Right now, things are heating up around Jay-Z because 50 Cent just went off on him after claims surfaced that Roc Nation allegedly tried to place Nicki Minaj under a conservatorship. And from the look of it, the situation is getting messier by the minute. Sources say Roc Nation's alleged plan involved pushing doctors to diagnose Nicki with multiple mental health conditions, reportedly including bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, in order to gain legal control over her finances and career. If true, that's a serious move that could change everything for her future. Whispers from inside the industry say 50 Cent got wind of this scheme long before it went public, and he's supposedly the one who tipped Nicki off about the entire setup.
I would like all of them, to acknowledge him, even if they win an award, acknowledge him because he gave you the stomping ground.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know Nicki Minaj came out of that camp. French Montana came out of that
all
camp.
of
Most
them.
people don't know half those people. We know, but most people don't know that.
Migos, Thug.
Like most people
because they don't say it.
Nicki apparently thought Roc Nation was trying to sideline her to promote new female artists, but the rumor suggests the real plan was much darker: to eliminate her presence from the industry completely. This controversy exploded just days ago after Nicki clashed with Charlamagne Tha God and Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kawar, following some bold comments she made during her appearance on The Breakfast Club. That fiery exchange added fuel to the already blazing drama surrounding Roc Nation, Nicki, and the power players behind the scenes who might be pulling strings that could shift the entire balance of the rap industry. Let's be real, Keisha and The Breakfast Club probably wish they never mentioned Nicki Minaj's name at all. If they had just left her out of the discussion, this entire storm might have stayed hidden. But instead, their comments opened the door for some serious industry tea about what Roc Nation is allegedly trying to pull behind the scenes. Within minutes of that interview going viral, Nicki jumped on X and let it all fly. She wrote, "Gucci wife has been trying to beam me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated."
It's not something that is like a conspiracy theory. This shit actually happens. But if they're able to separate Nicki and Kenny, that makes Nicki vulnerable because your husband is your power of attorney. Your husband is your signator on all of your accounts in the event anything goes wrong. Michael wasn't married. Britney Spears was married, but of course they control all of that. And so the mere fact that all these narratives are out about Kenny stealing this to buy chains and buy that, that's not what it is. It's like, you know, they got doctors that are giving out these diagnoses saying that she's schizophrenic and bipolar and all of this stuff. And then Kenny's now here. You know, she trusts Kenny. Of course, they've known each other since they were kids. Their families know each other. And so Kenny is just in the way. And so what do? You create narratives to try to separate, because if you separate, then you can divide and conquer. And so that's what it's about. You know, she's going into her latter years and, you know, there's a lot of money on the line and she's worth a lot, but Kenny is in the way. And so, yeah, I mean, look at what they're doing to Wendy Williams. Had Wendy would have still been with Kelvin, they wouldn't have been able to put her under a conservatorship because she has a husband. So, you know, and like I said, there was only one that was accused of stealing. We're going to leave it at that. Okay?
And all those fraudulent charges on her American Express card. Well, now all these old tweets from Cardi B are coming up. And by old tweets, I mean tweets from 2 weeks ago. But when she was beefing with Nicki on Twitter and they were talking about each other's kids, this one tweet kind of foreshadowed what's happening right now. So let's take a look. Quiet as kept, the truth is you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also on heavy drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty, but you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. This is Cardi implying that Kenny, Nicki Minaj's husband, is the one running up her credit card bills. And because my timeline is so messy, this tweet came up right after that one. Kenneth Petty sneaking back in after crushing up a third Benadryl in her tacos, and it's Tom with a Hello Kitty Visa credit card just sneaking back in. Yeah, that was kind of funny. But again, people are saying that it was her ex-stylist who was using her credit card.
Charlemagne, the fraud, is Jay-Z's friend and business associate using iHeartRadio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention. Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times and drawn? That tweet had the internet spinning. It was the first time Nicki had ever brought up Wendy Williams in one of her public rants, and that's exactly what made people stop and pay attention. Her words hinted that Charlemagne was allegedly sent by powerful industry figures to insert himself into Wendy's life and help tear her down from the inside. Fans were shocked because Nicki and Wendy never had a friendly relationship, especially before Wendy's health began to decline. So the fact that Nicki suddenly stood up for her had people wondering if there's a deeper, hidden truth behind the industry drama she's hinting at. The situation went from celebrity gossip to full-blown conspiracy overnight, leaving the public questioning who's really pulling the strings behind the spotlight. That's when things took an even crazier turn, because Tasha K stepped into the chat and dropped bombshell after bombshell. According to Tasha, the real reason Nicki brought up Wendy Williams is because Roc Nation is allegedly planning to do the exact same thing to her that was reportedly done to Wendy. Tasha claimed that Roc Nation supposedly has certain doctors on payroll who can label Nicki with mental health conditions she doesn't actually have, just to push her into a conservatorship and quietly take control of everything she owns. Tasha explained that the only reason this alleged plan hasn't been carried out yet is because Nicki is married. Under conservatorship laws, her husband Kenneth would automatically be the one to oversee her finances, not a random court-appointed guardian. That's the loophole standing in Roc Nation's way, and according to Tasha, it's the main reason they're allegedly stalling. Interestingly, this theory matches up with what's been seen in other celebrity cases. Most stars who ended up in conservatorships were not married when it happened. But here's where things get even messier. Tasha K claimed that Roc Nation has supposedly decided to flip the script and start a smear campaign targeting Kenneth directly. The alleged goal? To spread rumors painting him as untrustworthy and manipulative, accusing him of stealing from Nicki to make it seem like he's unfit to manage her finances. And since Kenneth already has a public criminal record, spinning that story wouldn't take much effort. If this narrative sticks, it could strip him of any right to handle Nicki's money, leaving the door wide open for someone else to swoop in and take control. Whether this is strategy, rumor, or truth, one thing's for sure. If any part of it's real, Nicki's facing a dangerous power play that could change her entire life overnight. Y'all gonna stop twisting my words? Nicki Minaj ain't got no schizophrenia. That's how the rant started, and it sent shockwaves through social media. The voice behind it wasn't defending mental illness, it was calling out the manipulation behind the headlines. The statement went on, "Let's be real, most of us got a little bipolar and crazy in us, and that's facts. They tried to 5,150 Kanye for being bipolar. It's a mood disorder." Then turned around and tried to seize his assets just because he was speaking his mind. That comparison hit deep because it echoed what happened to several major stars over the years. Meanwhile, the voice continued, Wendy Williams is sitting in a luxury hospital suite while her lawyers spend her money. Michael Jackson's gone and Britney Spears had to flee the US to Mexico just to feel free after years under that conservatorship. The point was clear. This isn't just about Nicki Minaj. It's about an industry-wide pattern that seems to repeat itself. What part don't y'all understand? The rant asked. This is a systemic industry takedown meant to make her look incapable of managing her own money. And let's be clear, Kenny, the husband, is in the way. Things reportedly got messy after Nicki posted about the COVID vaccine controversy, which many say triggered a chain reaction behind the scenes. Shortly after, she tweeted that someone close to her had been stealing her money. At the time, everyone assumed it was her husband Kenneth, but Tasha K later claimed it wasn't him at all. According to her, the real culprits were Nicki's former assistant, Khadijah, and her ex-best friend, Ra Ali. Word is, Khadijah allegedly slid into a new position as Ra Ali's babysitter and rumored side connection. Sources say Ra swings both ways, and allegedly, Khadijah handed over Nicki's Apple ID passwords and login info straight to Ra. Not long after, credit card details were accessed and large withdrawals began popping up. By the time Nicki's team caught on, the damage was done, and Ra's reputation in Nicki's circle was finished. If these claims hold any truth, then what's unfolding around Nicki isn't just gossip. It's a full-blown betrayal that could expose deeper power moves hidden within the industry. Nicki wasn't staying silent for long. She jumped back on X and dropped a series of shocking AI-generated videos showing Jay-Z inside Beyoncé's closet, captioning it boldly with the words, "I am your karma." The internet exploded instantly, with fans and critics trying to figure out whether it was a statement, a warning, or just Nicki's way of sending a message straight to Roc Nation's doorstep. But while those videos were causing chaos online, new whispers started spreading fast. Apparently, the inside information Nicki had about Roc Nation's alleged plans came directly from 50 Cent himself. That's right. 50's been locked in a quiet but relentless battle with Jay-Z ever since Diddy's legal situation began to spiral out of control. Word is, 50's been convinced that Jay and Diddy were operating on the same wavelength, protecting each other's interests in the industry's darkest corners. When Cassie filed her explosive lawsuit against Diddy, 50 didn't hesitate to take sides. He instantly threw his support behind her and went on social media to drag Diddy into the dirt. After Diddy settled the case within 24 hours, 50 posted, "He paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks saw the blood in the water. And here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every woman he put his hand on." But 50 didn't stop there. He took things to a whole new level by announcing plans to produce a full documentary exposing everything Diddy's been accused of, and more importantly, everyone who allegedly helped him carry it out. He reposted an article confirming that he was developing the documentary and captioned it, "I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he'll file for bankruptcy." Now, anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. Here come the receipts. That post sent a chill through the industry because when 50 says receipts, people know he's got evidence. He followed it up with a savage meme showing Jay-Z's photo printed on a milk carton with a big missing label across the top. And in the caption, he wrote a message that sent the internet into a frenzy. 50's trolling had officially turned into a full-on campaign, and if the rumors are true, both Jay and Roc Nation have every reason to be nervous about what he's planning to reveal next. The tension in the industry has never been higher. What started as a quiet back and forth between power players has turned into an all-out Cold War that's shaking hip-hop from the inside out. 50 Cent is moving like a man with a mission, dropping cryptic hints, posting receipts, and letting the internet piece the puzzle together one post at a time. The way he's playing this game, it's chess, not checkers, and everyone knows he's setting up for something massive. Behind the scenes, whispers say Jay-Z's team has gone into full damage control mode. Private calls, silenced publicists, and sudden legal meetings have reportedly been happening around the clock. Word is, Roc Nation's top executives are panicking, unsure of what 50 might drop next. The talk is that he's sitting on hours of footage and inside documents, enough to make a whole network series. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj's name keeps echoing in the chaos. Her sudden burst of confidence online, the bold statements, and that "I am your karma" message have fans convinced she's not afraid anymore. Many believe she's already seen what 50 has and feels protected by the storm surrounding him. Whether it's truth or timing, the energy around her right now is intense, almost like she knows the empire's cracks are starting to show. And then there's the streets, the heartbeat of hip-hop, where the conversations have gotten louder. People are asking real questions now. How deep do these connections go? Who's been covering up for who? Why are the same names circling every controversy that pops up? The silence from certain corners is speaking louder than any statement. Industry veterans are calling it the calm before the explosion, the moment before everything breaks wide open. Because one thing's for sure, when 50 finally drops whatever he's holding, it won't just be another viral moment. It'll be a cultural earthquake, the kind that rewrites legacies, flips alliances, and forces powerful figures to face everything they've tried to bury for years. Right now, all eyes are on 50 Cent, Nicki Minaj, and Roc Nation's next move. One misstep could send everything crashing down. And in an industry built on secrets, egos, and billion-dollar brands, the truth might just become the most dangerous weapon of all. The storm has finally started to hit. and the fallout is shaking every corner of the entertainment world. 50 Cent's posts have gone from funny jabs to full-blown warnings, and insiders claim his documentary is deeper and darker than anyone expected. Rumors say he's already secured confidential interviews, sealed documents, and unreleased footage that could expose the web of power linking some of the biggest names in music, media, and business. Jay-Z's camp is reportedly in overdrive, quietly reaching out to high-profile allies, locking down leaks, and monitoring every move 50 makes. Even public relations experts are calling this one of the biggest reputation crises in modern music history. The whispers say phone calls are being made behind closed doors to top media networks hoping to bury stories before they surface. But 50's not slowing down. Every time someone tries to silence him, he comes back louder, sharper, and more strategic.
Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj has turned her energy into defiance. She's been posting in full control, sending cryptic messages that have fans dissecting every word. Her followers believe she's preparing for a public battle, one that's not just about fame, but survival. The phrase, "I am your karma," has now become a symbol, spreading across social media like wildfire, used by fans who think she's standing up against industry manipulation. And in the middle of all this chaos, the public is waking up. Podcasts, forums, and talk shows are buzzing with theories about how deep the influence runs in Hollywood's elite circle. Some believe 50's documentary will name names, artists, executives, and even politicians with ties to past scandals that were never fully exposed. The conversation has shifted from gossip to investigation. What's more shocking is the sudden silence from those usually quick to respond. Figures once loud online have gone quiet, while others are deleting old posts and cutting ties with anyone mentioned in the controversy. It's as if the industry can feel a shift coming, a new era where no secret stays buried for long. As the fallout spreads, the question now isn't if the truth will come out, but when. The chessboard has been set, and every move from here could determine the future of some of the most powerful people in entertainment. 50's next reveal could turn this from a celebrity feud into one of the biggest reckonings the industry has ever faced. And one thing's for certain, the storm is far from over. The real show is just beginning, and when it hits full force, the world will be watching every second unfold. Anybody seen Jay? LOL. That's what 50 Cent posted as he continued his online takeover, taking another wild jab at Jay-Z. He followed it up with a caption saying, "Puff said the man ain't answering his phone." Then came another hit, a photo of Jay waving near a private jet with the caption, "Here's Jay-Z, last reported sighting, waving at Puff's jet, LOL." It was classic 50, sharp, relentless, and dripping with pure trolling energy. Just when everyone thought he was done being petty, he spun the block again months later and dropped an unflattering close-up photo of Jay-Z, captioning it, "Jay in hibernation. He ain't coming outside till this mess with Puff blows over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. LOL, I'm all you got, I'm outside." The post went viral instantly, sending the internet into chaos once again. Behind the jokes, though, whispers claim 50 was gathering major information for his upcoming documentary. Reports suggest that while developing the project, he spoke with people close to Jay-Z, some of whom are allegedly set to appear in the documentary. These individuals allegedly revealed details about Roc Nation's supposed involvement in an effort to take down Nicki Minaj. Now, none of this has been officially confirmed, so it remains speculation. But based on what Tasha K and others have claimed, Nicki herself seems to believe the threat is real. One insider reportedly said, "They're really trying to diminish Nicki." Another added, "Yes, I believe her. She's not crazy. Plus, Desiree just put her own daughter into a mental hospital for nothing." To make things even more intense, sources are saying Jay-Z is quietly juggling around 10 lawsuits, yet somehow none of them make major headlines. It's as if every controversy surrounding him gets swept under the rug before the public can even ask questions. More and more people are starting to wonder whether there's a bigger machine at work, protecting powerful figures while silencing others who speak up. So now the question remains, what do you think about 50 Cent going off on Jay-Z? And do you believe there's any truth behind the rumors of Roc Nation allegedly trying to put Nicki Minaj under conservatorship? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And while you're here, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into hip-hop's wildest stories. And don't go anywhere. Click the next video on your screen because trust me, this saga is only getting wilder from here.